My name is Jared Rydelic. I'm a contortionist, fire eater, and sword swallower. I make a living traveling around the world and doing things with my body that I probably shouldn't do. It may sound like a fun job, but I've become jaded. I want to be weirded out too. So I've made a decision that as I travel around this planet, showing people the strange things that I can do, I will get off the beaten path and try and track down the strangest things that our world has to offer. This is Weird World Explorer. I live in New York City, so when I decided to go to Hong Kong, I thought that I'd be able to understand it. I thought it would be like Chinatown, just bigger. I was wrong. Hong Kong is like New York on speed. Although it's technically larger than New York and it has less people than New York, there's a lot of space that is not really used. It's a lot of natural space there. You can see all these green areas here. This is not really built up areas. Most of the population is here, in less than 25% of Hong Kong's landmass. It is the most densely populated area in the world. What I'm going to talk about today might not sound very strange, but it is. I'm going to talk about overpasses. Hong Kong is so densely populated that pedestrian overpasses have been built to help control the flow of people. And I'm not talking about overpasses to get from one side of the street to the other, but huge, intricate passages that are built on top of roads and go on for miles. These overpasses are a part of most people's commutes to work, and they're actually very efficient. Unless you're me. For me, I kept getting lost. I felt like a rat trapped in a maze. To help ease the flow of people even further, these overpasses are built with escalators and moving walkways inside, including the longest outdoor escalator system in the world. This is about a half a mile long. It travels downhill during morning rush hour, but the rest of the time it goes uphill, and it passes through several popular areas of Hong Kong. It's a very convenient way to get around and explore. Now that alone is pretty strange, but this is stranger. You see these people? They're not homeless. These overpasses are such an important part of life in Hong Kong that even when it's time for their day off, people come out to them to hang out and have picnics. Families and friends will set out pieces of cardboard, like little office cubicles, and spend hours chatting and eating the day away. Hong Kong, as I mentioned, has a lot of green space and also has a lot of public parks and public areas. But for some reason, people come out to the overpass to spend their Sunday morning. The most bizarre thing that I found about these overpasses actually happens underneath them. Sometimes in these dark and shady areas, you'll see little old ladies offering a very special service. No, not that service. No, for a small fee, they will curse a person of your choosing in a really strange form of almost like Chinese voodoo. Translated literally, this practice is called Beat the Little Man. And again, no, not that little man. How it works is customers will write out the name of the person that they want to curse on a little piece of paper. These old ladies will then beat the living hell out of that piece of paper with the heel of their shoe and yell at it. After the piece of paper is nothing but tatters, the old lady will then wrap it in a little paper tiger and light that on fire. The process goes on and on with a series of prayers and incantations that the lady and her customers take part in. It involves lots of fire and waving pieces of burning paper around. After the entire process is done and that little man has gotten his ass whipped, The participants then leave, supposedly clean from the effects of the person in their way. The best place to see this is underneath the Canal Road flyover on Hong Kong Island. This overpass is popular because it supposedly has the right feng shui. You can find people offering this service all year round, but according to Chinese astrology, the best time to go is during the month of March. Traveling is a chance to create memories that will last a lifetime. So if you come to Hong Kong, ask yourself, what would you rather do? Spend a day at Hong Kong Disneyland? Or would you rather have a cardboard box picnic on an overpass, ride the longest outdoor escalator in the world, and then finish the day off by cursing one of your enemies under the Canal Road flyover? What would you remember more?